What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Maple and Roots. I am back. I took a short break, but I'm here. And today's video, I'm only going to talk about homeschooling a little tiny bit. Probably I'll talk about it a lot. But I really want to talk to you today about some of my favorite things to close out the month of August. Now, you might be saying, August, Bethany, why are you in that giant men's sweater? And what I'm going to say is, it's 50 degrees here today, okay? And I am in New England. I am in northern New England. It is freezing here. My kids all day have been begging to turn on the heat. And I'm like, yo, we're not turning on the heat in August. Okay, so anyway, I'm back. I'm here. I want to bring you guys some of my favorite things for the month of August. And I kind of want to recap August a little bit, okay? Because I don't know about you, but for me, this month has literally flown by. This month has literally flown by so fast. I feel like I'm not even sure I feel like August has started, except for now I'm in complete and total fall mode. So, I did want to bring up my hair is completely different than the last time you saw me. I'm on a hair journey. I'm kind of sort of trying to get back to my natural color, and then at some point I want to put in a nice balayage, but right now I kind of gotta let my hair heal from the bleach. It's not my ideal color. It's not my favorite color, but it works for now, and I guess it's nice for the fall. But really, it's not my favorite. But regardless, it's here to stay for a little while. So, yeah, hopefully it's not terrible to look at. And hopefully it's not casting off green from this sweater, because it is definitely a cooler green-based color. So, interesting. Anyway, August. Okay, to recap August. August was insane for me. So at the beginning of August, we were, of course, across the country. We were in Colorado and then driving our way back to here. And so yeah, that was an adventure. It had been a couple years since we had really left our region. The trip before that, we went to our big trip. We went down to Disney World, and went to Orlando. And the Orlando trip was very restful. You wouldn't think driving, all these states and all these miles with all these kids would be restful, but at that point and where we were in ministry at that time, we were so desperate for some respite. And that entire trip, God just really blessed us on, really, it's the small things sometimes that God does to show us that he loves us. And it's not God's love is not about material things, but when he blesses us like that, it is so very impactful. And so when we were looking forward to this trip, last year, we were hoping for more rest. We were really looking forward to this trip and looking towards rest and having rest. And this year, of course, is 2020, and nothing has gone on in 2020 like we thought it was going to. So the wedding got pushed back. It was supposed to be in May, and then it ended up being in July. And that right there really kind of threw us off, because there were just some things in our life where it was well, after the wedding, we'll figure out this. After the wedding, we'll figure out that. That kind of thing. And so, sorry, I'm just trying to focus my video. Bethany here. Sorry, I look crazy. I just realized that I missed a chunk of filming, where I thought it was recording and it wasn't. But what I was talking about was how God just really blessed us on that trip, and that I wasn't just talking about a financial blessing, but just blessed us with peace and rest and relationship and all of those things. So that's kind of where I'm picking up. I'm not talking about best parking spot blessing. I'm talking about just God's presence was so with us and really worked out some things within us that we needed to work out. And has had a lot of ushering of peace, and it was wonderful and amazing and restful to be able to see our family whom we love and spend, like, we drove out with another family, like we were in our car and they were in theirs, and so we split up like the trip, like we basically did 3 days driving out and 3 days driving back, and it was so much fun at the end of the day, or like each rest stop to like stop and see our friends and then at the end of the day just to like grab pizza or do dinner and swim in a pool or just like hang out. And also it was really awesome because hotel prices were so cheap because of Corona that it was like, hey, this is really nice. So that was very awesome. We didn't have to worry about like places booking or anything like that. We just were able to get into places. The only place where it was really busy was when we were in Rapid City, South Dakota, which we loved, by the way. So yeah, that trip was just such a blessing for us, and it also left us with some questions, and with we kind of came back to a whole lot of stuff, and we're just trying to work things out right now. I know I've been promising a life update for a while, and I promise you when I can, I will, but as of right now, I can't. And yeah, so it kind of like we came home, we kind of were looking for God to just be like, when we were there, and that's not exactly what happened, but we have so much peace on what God is doing in our life. So sometimes God isn't going to give us the answers right away. Sometimes he just requires us to step out in faith and trust him, and that's kind of the point where we're at in our life right now. And it's not a bad place to be. It's not a bad place to be when we are on total reliance of God. I was reading this morning in the book of Philippians where God, like Paul was like in prison, and and he's just talking about joy. And of course that book is so incredible when you're talking about joy and suffering and why do we suffer. And it just reminded me that the things in my life are so small in comparison to what Christ did for us, and so small in comparison to others. So I guess maybe that's the spiritual recap of August. And my goal is that for the next several months or whatever, that I remain faithful and I have joy in this time. And so I was not expecting to go here, but I did. So anyway, when we came home from the trip, we got home and we just have a lot of stuff that we have to get done around our house. And of course, preparing for the school year, which really consumed so much of me. So in August, I really got our planning done, or kind of done. We're still working on some. And we, of course, started our school year. And this year, we actually started earlier, much earlier. I usually don't start until like after Labor Day, like a week or two after Labor Day, honestly. But this year, because our life is a little bit unpredictable right now, I'm anticipating that we might end up having to take off time at some point over the year. And so I wanted to jump on and start ahead of time. That way we could take off time as we need to. And the thing is that like by August, my children are driving me crazy. And so being on the school schedule really helps the entire house function well. I don't know about you, but for me, it just makes it so that when we're in our routine and we're good to go, as opposed to summer when it's like, when was the last time you changed your shorts? And, how long have we been watching TV for? I mean, don't blast me. It happens. It's life. It's just, it is what it is. So yeah, so that was August. We started our school year, and I think my last video, or one of my last videos, was my Amazon haul. So I showed you what we got for that and getting started, and it was pretty good. Like, it's been a pretty good couple of weeks. Our first day was like, but after that, things have been really good. Now we're kind of getting back into our groove again and figuring out, of course, what works and what doesn't work. Works. In the next few weeks or months, it's really going to be narrowing down, being like, okay, this works, or this is too vigorous, or we need more here, or we need to loop schedules or do something like that. So, the first few weeks are definitely trial weeks when you're talking about homeschooling, just like in a public school. I mean, teachers never know the kids coming in, and they really have like so much adjustments to do. And it's the same for us. We know our children, but if we're doing different curriculum, or, you know, our kids are a few months older and kids are always changing, family dynamics are always changing. And so, yeah, these first weeks are definitely kind of a, well, we'll see what works and what doesn't. Now, I said I wasn't going to talk about homeschooling, so I'm going to just like, but, yeah. And the other thing with August that really reminded me of, especially the end of August, I am a person where I have some pretty distinct food allergies, and, I have been eating things that I should not be eating. And so I knew after the wedding, and of course everything in our life was like, well, after our wedding, after the wedding, not our wedding. We're already married. After their wedding. After that, then we're going to really buckle down. And so August for me, to recap it, was really the second half, was working on my health and food and cutting out what I need to cut out of my diet, and, you know, being active. And so, you know, because as homeschool moms, sometimes we end up sitting a lot, or like if you're a nursing mom like I am, like I sit a lot because I nurse a lot because my child thinks he's a newborn and he's not. And so I found I really just needed to move my body more. So that's kind of been my like second half of the month kind of thing. You know, I'm trying to really move my body more and exercise more, and, you know, get my water in and drink my herbal teas and that kind of stuff. I'm not selling you no products, I promise. So yeah, that was kind of August, and that's to recap it. And all in all, I think it was a really good month. Like, I feel like I got to connect with so many of my friends. I got to see my parents briefly. I got to, like, you know, just really spend time with people who I was so excited to spend time with. And then also because when we came home, you know, we needed to quarantine at home because we, you know, traveled through several states. And so we just thought it would be wise to come home and quarantine. I got to also do my favorite thing in the entire world, which is spend time in my house alone. So, yeah, it was a good month. There were trials. There still are trials. And I mean, that's just life, right? And we're always constantly learning and growing and stretching and, progressing. So now I just wanted to talk about 5 things that I really thought made our month go better, or like I was like, okay. And I just thought it would be kind of fun because I mean, I like looking at other people's Amazon, wish list, first of all, but I like watching these videos, and I like hearing what other people are doing or what they're hearing, or like whatever. So I thought that I would share mine, and but it's not necessarily things. Okay, so the first thing is like road trip. Like, if you have the opportunity to go on a road trip with your children, like drive a million miles across the country with your children, don't shy away from it. I just want to encourage you. It is such a blessing to be able to do that with my children. Like, I love like stopping in places that we've never been and talking about the history. I love it. That's something that my dad really instilled into me, and it's so awesome. And I like, this country is like, if you're American, sorry if you're not, like, I'm sure your country is really beautiful too. I'm sure I'd like to visit it. But for us, for Americans, like, this country is so beautiful. And in trying times, like with the coronavirus, with all the things going on with protesting and all those things, and diversity, and the amount of work that we have to do as Americans, right? It is a great reminder when you're driving across the country and just seeing this beautiful countryside, but not only that, meeting such incredible people. Like, we didn't have a bad experience with a person that we met, like, driving across this country. We didn't have rude people. I did have one person a little bit rude, but that's a whole different thing. That was in the Rocky Mountain National Park, and she just was a little hangry, I think. But we just, people are so incredible in this country, so nice from all different areas. And then, okay, so that was number 1, take a road trip with your kid, go to historical sites, go, you know, bring your kids to see, like, if you're going to go to the Cape Cod Chip Factory like we did last year because we were broke, do it. It's important to have that time with your kids, and it is so great to get them outside of their little bubble and their little world and show them something outside of that. So important, so awesome. Do it. Okay, 8 nights. Okay. And it sounds like cliche. Okay, first I did road trips, now I'm doing date nights, but like I'm trying to do things that don't cost us money, right? Um, right? Date nights. Do they cost us money? For us? No, they don't. So like what we started and what I loved during the stay-at-home orders is that my husband and I started doing date nights at home. So we literally come up to our bedroom, we leave the kids downstairs, we let them rent a movie, we make them dinner, they have ice cream, popcorn, the works, they have all that stuff, and we come upstairs and like my husband is an incredible cook, like incredible. Like he made us gluten-free flatbread with a ricotta like lobster thing. It was amazing. And so we come upstairs, we watch a movie, we just hang out, we're just being with each other. Usually halfway through the baby screams and comes in and interrupts us, as he does. But even if you can't afford date nights right now, or you're not leaving your home, if you're being really cautious, not going to any restaurants or anything like that, like try these, do these date nights at home. Like your kid will be fine. I mean, put them to bed. If they're little, put them to bed. It is so amazing just to have time to just be with each other, just to chat, put your devices down, and just spend that time together. So that is number 2. Okay. So number 3, the next thing I've been loving is this Marc Anthony 100%. Hopefully you guys can see that. 100% coconut oil and shea butter leave-in conditioner. It says it detangles and hydrates dry, damaged hair into soft, smooth, healthy looking hair with biotin. It's free from sulfates, SLS, parabens, and falafels? No, that's not right. So I actually got this in an Ipsy subscription a couple months ago, and I kind of ignored it until my hair was so desperate, to say the least. And so I started basically bathing in this, like every night. It'd be like slick. Oh, wow, that was cute. Like really like just like slicked up, and it has done wonders for my hair. Like I will 10 out of 10 be purchasing this, unless it's expensive, then I won't. And so really, really, really liked it. I thought it was really awesome. And yeah, I've enjoyed it like so much. It has been really, really nice. And so that's that. Okay. I forgot to say the last few things are going to be like health and beauty stuff. But the next one that I have, and y'all are going to laugh. But these charcoal facial wipes from the Dollar Tree. I don't know about you. I love the Dollar Tree. Love it. And you know what? I haven't even looked to see what's in this, and I probably should do that. But I'm not going to look right now. But I got these. They're black. And so I use these all the time. They are black. Let me just flip open the thing so you guys can see. And I love it just to clean, like, you know, not like a full washing of my face, but like just to like get the stuff off. It does awesome. And also it cleans my brushes really well. So because I use mascara and it's like wax based, you know, I'll be putting it on and it can build up sometimes in the brushes. So I just swish, swash into this, and it does such a good job. I mean, it's not a full cleaning. I still use the Houdini cleaner. That is amazing stuff. But in the temporary, when you're doing like your lips and then you're going to use your multitasker brush for your eyebrows, it is so awesome just to clean it off into this. And I recommend them for sure. I mean, Dollar Tree, who knew? Plus you get 30 of them for $1, which is by far the best deal that I have found with makeup wipes. I love them. Okay, and last but not least is, of course, one of my favorite things about August was mascara. I'm pretty new to the mascara company. I've been here for about 3 months. I am an artist through them. I love this company. They are wholesome. They are generous. They are supportive. It is a company that I really, truly feel like I can get behind. And their makeup is amazing. I love their makeup. I feel like I have so much confidence in my makeup and how I do my makeup now than I ever had before. And so if you are unfamiliar with mascara or you want to know more, I will encourage you to join my Facebook group. I'm going to link it below. And I'm actually doing a giveaway and a hostess reward this month. So now is the time to definitely join. But yeah, I love these simple palettes. I love just the quality of the brushes, like if you guys see these. And I'm going to do an updated get ready with me, I think, in the next few weeks, so you guys can see, because my routine has kind of changed in how I get ready and how I do my makeup. But like, I love this makeup so much that I used it and the bride used it for the wedding that I was in. And it was a long wedding. I mean, we got ready pretty early, and it was amazing, and I 10 out of 10 recommend it. And so if you want to browse, I'm going to drop the link below. Let me know if you have any questions, especially if you want to get color matched, because I can help you out with that. And I just feel like I really love makeup, and mascara is a huge part of my life, and I want to incorporate it a little bit more here on this channel because it's who I am. So yeah, that's it. That's our August. I'm looking forward to September. I feel like I should be one of those YouTubers who's like, here's my September goals. But truth be known, I don't do well with setting goals, nor do I do well with keeping them. So I'm just not going to do that at the moment, especially with, so much going on here. So my goal for September is to survive and maintain our homeschool schedule, and, kind of look alive-ish while doing it. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for all your support. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like these, drop me a comment below. Hit the thumbs up to let me know if you loved it. If you thought I rambled too much and I talk and laugh at my own jokes too much, put a thumbs down. I don't really care. And don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell for notifications of all my future uploads. And I am going to say bye. Bye, guys.